What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris, the Atari Creep. How's everyone doing today? You know, I said I would vlog about my first experience here at Disney. So here you are. We're getting it. And I'm trying to be quiet because it's super early in the morning. I don't want to wake anybody up that's not really already awake. And I'm wondering if there are going to be people walking behind me look at me like, you're an idiot. I know people vlog all the time. They don't give two shits. They just want to get to their destination and do their thing within the Disney parks. But we finally made it here yesterday. Yesterday basically consisted of waking up at 4:30 in the fucking morning, getting to the airport, going through that nightmare, which actually wasn't all that bad. It was just time consuming. Getting on the plane. We had one layover, and we finally got to Florida, and there was confusion about which resort they were going to take us to. Our paperwork said we were where we are, and our Magic Band scans were like, no, they're supposed to go to this place. So there was some confusion about that. We finally got that figured out. By the time all was said and done, we were in the room at about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and we finally started getting our shit in gear. We had reservations over at Hollywood Studios at a 50s cafe. I didn't do much filming last night because there was a shit ton of rain. It was pouring all last night, which made for, you know, easier lines, so we didn't have to really fast pass too much. But let's see, it was raining, so we ended up taking in a couple of things. The kids wanted to see the Toy Story ride, so we did that. We met Buzz and Woody. We went on to Star Tours, which is amazing. I wish I had time to sit here and talk about that, but I don't. Star Tours was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And then we made the kids go on Tower of Terror. And so what'd you think of the Tower of Terror?
I didn't really like it.
How long were you crying after we were on it? About a half hour, 45 minutes. What were the words you were using? They scared you out of your what?
Bones.
Out of her bones. Paranoid. Yeah, you'll see their reactions here in a minute. But yesterday I just took a bunch of pictures. So what I'll do is I'll input them here. But what today's all about is the Magic Kingdom, the main caboodle of this whole exploration and this whole adventure here at Disney World. I've never been to Disney, so we're going to the Magic Kingdom actually for the next 2 days. We might hop over back to Hollywood Studios. Again, we didn't get there till like 5 or 6 o'clock, and of course it was raining, so we didn't take in half of what we could have. So today is about Magic Kingdom. We got 2 days of that, but mainly, I know it's backwards. Get over it. My first experience at the Haunted Mansion. So that is what I mainly want to talk about today. We will get into more of my history with the Haunted Mansion here in a little bit. But for now, let me drink my coffee. Let me go inside and make sure the kids are getting ready because we have breakfast reservations, I think, with Mary Poppins. Yeah, we're on the A-list, you know what I mean? All right, so...
Yeah.
40-something years, and this is mainly the reason, as lame as it sounds, why I wanted to come to Disney. This one ride here. It's kind of crazy. I've never been here, but I know every sound, every image, every part of the soundtrack, every little crack, every mistake, everything they left in, everything they've added to it, and yet I've never even fucking been here. 30-something, 40-something years. And it's all led up to this moment. As weird as that sounds. I don't have many of those in my life. I'm about to experience for the first time in my life, in person, the Haunted fucking Mansion. I'm not going to take any video on the inside because I want to actually sit and enjoy this. Plus, you can look up a ton of videos on it. But I'm right here at the door finally. 40-something years. My life has led up to this exact moment. As soon as this happens, I can kind of stop living, I guess. That sucks. Maybe I can join these guys. Maybe not. Who knows? So how was that?
Awesome!
Was it awesome?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, how old are you? 9? You had to wait only 9 years to do that.
Yes.
I'm 43 years old. And this is my first time also. So we got to share that, and that's pretty cool, huh? And you know what? It was every bit as amazing as I thought it was going to be. This one sat with me, and she actually let me sit and absorb it, not asking 100 questions. We just sat there and watched the whole thing and had fun. And that's really all there is to it. We're going to go through it again probably, tomorrow?
Yeah.
Want to do it tomorrow? Maybe try to sneak in once before we leave today. Because we got 2 days in this park, so. 43 years.
Woo!
43 years.
That was it was very unexpected when we tipped back.
You know what? I didn't know that was going to happen either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I claim to be an almost expert of the friggin' park.
Me
Or
too.
this ride anyway.
Me too.
That was... I'm going to get teary-eyed. I'm going to shut the camera off. So, you know, we're home now, and I just wanted to close off this video with a few quick thoughts, you know, and I alluded to it a little bit here and there, but the Haunted Mansion to me was like one of those dream things. I never thought in a million years I'd ever actually get to experience it, either at Disney World or Disneyland, never mind the ones out of country, you know. When I was a kid, I was just fascinated with it. I've always been involved in some kind of a haunted attraction thing since I was a kid. I actually started making props as an adult for haunted attractions. How cool is that? But as a kid, I would always throw something together on the porch, you know. It was a tradition, and every year people would look forward to what I came up with. And believe it or not, a lot of it would be like the day of, the day before. I would just whip some shit together. But more importantly, I was really into collecting, and you know, and as the internet started growing, it was nice to see that there were other people out there like me. I started collecting those little cheesy Halloween cassettes and records that you could get every year. They're not so prominent now anymore. You can still get them, but they're just not the same. They don't have that charm and that feel to them anymore. When I hear something from the 60s and 70s, even the early 80s, it just screams Halloween to me. Now it's just kind of like, you know, anyone with a little mixer can do that and some creepy noises, you know. I got to the point where I could tell you, because a lot of them would interchange sounds. Like there's a famous cat sound. That's Dead Balls. It's Disney. You know, I could tell, oh, that came from that album first, and that one came from that album. So I collected those as a kid, and I've lost them since. I want to say in my divorce, they got lost somewhere. But I had stacks and stacks of the records. I had gazillion cassettes and a handful of CDs. And the Haunted Mansion was always one that was a go-to. There was 3. Actually, there were more than 3, but we're going to talk about the main ones. It was 3. There was the one that everyone can get. There's an orange and a white cover. Very easy to find. You just put in a Haunted Mansion record, that comes up. There was a promotional one that was given away when the park opened up the ride. I actually got a CD version of it right here. This is a remastered version of the promotional record. Plus, I think it has Grim Green Ghost on it. I haven't played it yet. And then there was another one, Sounds from the Haunted Mansion, or something to that effect. I forget what it was called. And the reason I forget is because I didn't actually have the record. A neighbor friend of mine, when I was a little kid, had it, and I duped it onto a cassette. Remember that, duping? I recorded it onto a cassette from his album, his vinyl, and played it that way. It was on a little black Memorex tape with the white boxes here. And I would listen to those all year round. And at the time I thought it was just because I was a weirdo, but I really do enjoy the whole atmosphere of that. Maybe it's a Halloween thing, but I think it's more of a haunted house thing. I've always loved it. And the Haunted Mansion, to me personally, was like the king. It may not be the scariest. It may not be the most terrifying, most whatever. But at the end of the day, all, in my opinion, are judged off of the Haunted Mansion. And to finally get to sit in the Doom buggy and just kick back, I knew everything about the ride, especially when the internet came out, doombuggy.net or whatever that website is, and watching specials about it. and just interviews and stuff. Like I know every little nuance of the ride, and I'd never been on it. And people were like, "Isn't that going to ruin it for you?" No, not one bit. I got to do it 3 times. One was a fast pass. The other one was kind of a, all right, well, we're here. We got a few more minutes. And the last one was the park stayed open until midnight, but only for guests that were in the resorts. And there was like no line. So I went through it one more time with Lily, the little girl that you saw with me after we went through the ride. We did a little chitter chat thing about it. So the Haunted Mansion to me, it's kind of a big deal. And I made a joke about, 43 years have led up to this moment. Now what? And honestly, I honestly believe that, as silly as that sounds. So, and I know this is kind of an odd video for my channel. It maybe should go on my vlog channel, but I'm going to vlog about other things Disney related over there pretty soon. Maybe just get my memories of my first ever trip over there. So let me just sign off by thanking you for watching. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Anyone who has, or even if you haven't subscribed, even if you just come over here and click, I really do appreciate it. Haunted Mansion is a big deal with me, and I was happy to share this memory and time with you guys, because it does. It means a great deal to me, and I hope I can convey that to you and you understand that, whether you think it's just a fluff idea. Oh, Haunted Mansion, yeah, that's cool. Because I get that not a lot of people are into this. So I'm going to turn the camera over. I'm going to just show you some of the Haunted Mansion swag I picked up, and then we'll sign out. The first one, of course, is the CD I just already showed you. Like I said, it's it was a promotional thing that they passed out in record form when the attraction finally opened. And it's got a bonus copy of Grim Grinning Ghosts. And it comes with this nifty little booklet, which would have come with the album, too. I can't read it because the print is so small, but yeah, I saw that and I was like, yep, I got to have that. I really wish they would come out with CD versions of the other 2 records. Now, you may remember one of the records, Haunted Mansion ones. It had a lady narrating, "You are afraid of nothing. Blah, 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 blah. Up on the hilltop stands a dilapidated old mansion. Some say the place is haunted, but you don't believe." That one. And then the other one was more scenes that you just listen to play out. They had one that was a Jack the Ripper one, and it was a Frankenstein kind of gravedigger one. It was pretty cool. And even though there was no narration, Disney's so great. They made it, you knew exactly what was going on, even though no information's given to you. And that's pretty cool. So, okay, so I got that. Enough about that. We were in a Christmas shop, oddly enough, and they had a couple of the hitchhiking ghosts, but the Hatbox Ghost has always been kind of a deal with me. If you're into the Disney Haunted Mansion, you know about the allure of the Hatbox Ghost. But they had this here, and it was one of those deals where if you bought 3 ornaments, you got a really good discount. So my lady was like, "Well, do you want to pick one?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll take this guy." And so I got the Hatbox Ghost. He's going to be on my shelf until next Christmas when we hang him up on the tree. Now, of course, I have my lanyard for pins, which I didn't do any pin trading because that's more of a kid's thing, in my opinion. I mean, there were some adults there with like books of pins, like serious shit. They weren't smiling, nothing. This was like hardcore, like they were doing cocaine deals. Huge binders and binders of pins. But of course, I got my Haunted Mansion lanyard and has the cool gargoyle lights. And I bought these 4. They're part of like a mystery pack. Basically, with these things here, they're copies of some of the portraits inside, and I think there's 12 of them. I only got the 4 because they're $15 for 2. But they have black light kind of deals, and they'll change in the black light. They say they'll do it in the mansion, but I think the Doom Buggy blocks some of the black light, so it didn't work so well. So I'm going to have to get a black light here and see how they transform. Probably exactly like they do in the ride, so I probably already know it. This is 2-sided. You have the scenic thing from the Haunted Mansion, and of course you have the infamous purple wallpaper. And I got this pin for the bottom, just a Haunted Mansion with the Hatbox Ghost here. This is awesome. I might take this off of this and put it on a hat or something. That's pretty cool. Of course, my Magic Band, although I got the sticker on Etsy, my Magic Band was just gray. But I got the Haunted Mansion wallpaper. Of course, it's gone. It's seen better days because it was on me for a week. But I I knew I wanted to get a Haunted Mansion one. And even the ones that they sold, I wasn't really a big fan of. And I just said, you know what, $3 for the decal. And it fit perfectly. And I wasn't going to do the Mickey originally, but I decided to, just tie it in nicely. I did get a T-shirt that said the Haunted Mansion is my dream home, which you saw in the beginning of the video, so I'm not going to show that to you because I still haven't unpacked. Last for Haunted Mansion stuff, those pressed pennies. Well, there was one for the Haunted Mansion and it only had 4. It's weird because a lot of them, as iconic of an attraction this is they don't have a lot of stuff outside of the Haunted Mansion gift shop for the Haunted Mansion stuff. It's all pretty much the same over and over again. And a lot of these penny crushers, there was like 8 for whatever attraction it was. Haunted Mansion gets 4. Boo. But, so I did the pennies. They're 50 cents each. Plus, of course, you have to supply the penny. And I brought it home, and I got this dollar store frame last night. And I just printed up off of Google the wallpaper. And I just hot glued them all together. And that's sitting next to my bedside until we get our own place and I have a room where I can hang this up and all that. So that is all my Haunted Mansion swag. I'll probably do a full swag video. I don't know. We'll see. And, of course, I'll be showing these again. So, stay tuned for that if you really want to see these things again. But I got some other really neat stuff. One I'm definitely putting on my vlog channel because it's sentimental to me and my father. And it's going to be an ongoing series. So there it is, my Haunted Mansion memories video, if you will. I was originally going to vlog about Disney every day, but there's just so much going on, and every day it was impossible. So I took a shit ton of pictures, which I'll put on my personal account. I may do a slideshow and put that on my vlog account. I got a whole bunch of other swag and souvenir stuff, which I will be making a video, but that's definitely going to go onto my vlog channel, because there is one thing in particular I picked up that I really want to, it's kind of like doing it in memory of my father, plus I've always wanted one. So it'll go over there because it's going to be an ongoing series of how it progresses and how it works and whether I fail or not at the particular project. So if you care to go check that out, it's the Creepy Crawl. I'll put a link to that channel at the end of this one underneath the subscribe button for this channel. So, and if you've already done so, thank you so much. If you haven't, please click that button. It only takes a second. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't cost you nothing. I do appreciate each and every one of you watching, guys. I really do. And I'm exhausted. I need more coffee. And I need a day to just digress from all of last week's activities. So, guys, hope everyone's doing well. Creep it real. Take care. Bye-bye.